Hello viewers, good day to you. Welcome to another episode of the SME Clinic, your business show. I remain your host, Coach Alex Baba. The SME Clinic is a radio and TV show designed to expose the small and medium entrepreneur to all the tools and hands-on experience needed to help him grow a great and profitable business. The clinic is a business coaching program that provides business tips, answers to business-related questions, relevant information, and solutions to all of the business challenges that we face every day. This then assists them to close the knowledge gap, expand opportunities, and know what to do, and have the right mindset to engage the market. In this episode, we will be interviewing an aspiring and a young entrepreneur that's adding value to the market. We'll be looking at the formula for change under our Did You Know segment. We will also be looking at a tool for improving our business. We call it the Business Improvement Tools. And we'll be looking at Customer Attraction Plan. And then finally, in our teaching segment, we'll be following up on the teaching that we started last week, which is 5 ways to growing a profitable business. In this episode, we'll be looking at one of the tools, which is lead generation. How do you generate quality leads for your business? Stay tuned. We'll go on a short break. You can follow us on all of our social media handles as displayed on your screen. Thank you. Yeah, welcome back. This is still your show, the SME Clinic. And in this segment, we're going to be airing an interview with a wonderful personality. She's young, but she has been in business and she's making wave in her area of influence. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
May we know you and what you do?
My name is Queen Usayame. I'm the CEO of Hairworld Salon and Fashion Home.
Hairworld Salon and Fashion Home, Queen Usayame. So how has business been?
It has been good. It has been okay.
Okay, and the lockdown, how did it affect you?
It really affected us a lot because, we deal with people directly.
Okay.
So for some time, we're not actually working.
Okay.
Until the system came back a bit soft.
Okay.
So we went back to business.
And business is picking up gradually.
Gradually, up to now. It's just still picking up gradually.
It's still picking up gradually. With the increase in dollar and all the government policies around importation, since hair business has to do more with importation, how has the challenges been?
It has been, I would say it has been like a setback. It has really, really affected our business because, hair business, most of what we do is being imported from outside of the country. And due to the increase in dollar right now, things have really gone up. Business is basically poor, like really, really, really poor, really poor.
That's sad to note, but what are you doing to cope? Do you have any strategy, any contingency plan to help you still retain your customers and at least make profits?
We don't no plan for now except if government to come into it because we can barely get the materials. We can barely buy things now because if you buy things when they come into the country because of the increase in importation and all these things, things are really, really gone up. We can basically nothing.
So if government is listening to you now, what will you be telling government? What kind of help will you be asking for from government?
If government can bring into this plan of every time they always they are giving out loan, if we can have access to fund, I believe it can go a long way for us into our business. At least if we have funds, if we have access to loan, we can be able to buy some things. And if government can also give us a waiver in this importation thing, it can also go a long way. But without this, we are just struggling in the business.
So you are recommending that government should create an intervention fund?
Yes.
Like they have for different sectors?
Yes.
So they create an intervention fund for the beauty and wellness sector?
Yes.
And also give you maybe import tariff waivers?
Yes.
So that the cost will be less?
It will be less for us so that can be able to, when we import, be able to sell at least a cheaper rate that people can as well buy from us. Not this like this period now, like where the dollar is very, very high, and the import duties. When you add everything together, when you come back, you like as if you are struggling. You sell without like nothing.
No profit.
No profit.
It's wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
And I hope government is going to listen and help us, because it's a synergy. Government helps small business, and then the small business increases productivity and adds value to the society, and everybody benefits in all. You've been listening to Queen Osa Yemen of the Hair World and Hair World Salon and Fashion, based in Abuja here. It's a pleasure talking to you. Don't go away. We'll take a short break, and when we are back, we'll continue with the SME Clinic.
My name is Alexandra Ojale Baba. I'm the CEO of Ojete Institute. I'm a entrepreneur.
My name is Catherine Oluwande Ologbesi. I am an SME.
You are still on the program, the SME Clinic, and I'm still your host, Coach Alex Baba. In today's edition of the Did You Know segment, we shall be looking at the formula for change. Now, so many of us want to live a fulfilled and comfortable life, running our business without stress. But it looks like an unfulfilled dream for us. It looks like an unattainable objective for a lot of us. You know, but you need to know some things. You cannot attain progress in life by wishful thinking. You cannot shift from where you are to where you want to be, you know, standing in one place. It's not going to work that way. You cannot do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Somebody has said that is insanity. So if you want to move from where you are to where you want to be, you want your life to change for the better, you want your life to change positively, somebody has put together a formula. It's called a formula for change. You see it on your screen now. So for some of us who do not like mathematics, business is all about mathematics. You cannot run away from it. The formula is D times V in brackets plus F is greater than R. D stands for dissatisfaction. V stands for vision. F stands for the first step. And R stands for resistance. So the formula goes this way. Your level of dissatisfaction with where you are times your vision of where you want to be plus taking the first step will help you overcome every resistance to change. You don't like your economic situation, you don't like your financial situation, you don't like the level of customer attrition in your business, you don't like the level of traffic that is coming into your business, you don't like your profits and margins now, you don't like the volume of your turnover, and you want it to change. You have to do something. First of all, you have to be dissatisfied with where you are right now. It has to be something that you say, I don't want it, I don't want it. And then you have to also have an equal passion for where you want to be. Some of us are dissatisfied with where we are, but you don't have an idea of where you want to be. It's just a dream world for you. Some of us have an idea of where we want to be, but we are not really dissatisfied with where we are. And so it becomes difficult to take the first step to change things around us. And that's why we maintain the inertia. We are not making progress. We are not moving. The Holy Book gave an example of somebody called the prodigal son. After going through everything that he went through, one morning he woke up and applied this formula. He was dissatisfied. He said, what am I doing here? Struggling with pigs over meals. When my father is a wealthy man and he has many, many things that can benefit me. So he was dissatisfied staying in the pigsty. He had a vision of where he ought to be. And then he told himself, let me arise and go to my father and ask and reconcile and be brought in. And then it overcame his resistance. We don't know how long he stayed in that place, but he made the first move and his situation changed for the better. So that is what you can do to change your situation. In the next segment, we'll be bringing you another Did You Know segment that will add value to your life. Thank you. You are welcome back. This is still the SME Clinic, your business show, and I am still your host, Coach Alex Baba. In this segment, we are looking at business improvement tips. Every once in a while, we are going to be telling you about, short things that you can easily and quickly apply to your business and see a change. Running business is like nurturing a child. You cannot do it passively. You have to be active in applying things, principles, tips, policies, different things to your business to ensure that it grows. In today's segment, we'll be looking at a customer attraction plan. I want to have more customers. I want to have quality customers. I want to have customers that will not give me stress. There are processes that you can go through to ensure that. Now, I made a note here saying not all customers weigh the same on the value they deliver to your business. Some customers are more useful to you than others. Some customers bring more profit to you than others. So some customers are simply a headache. Now, let's classify them into 4 groups. You'll see that on your screen. Number 1 group is the awesome customer. Number 2 group is the basic customer. Number 3 group is the customer you cannot deal with, troublesome customer. And number 4 group is a dead customer. Not that they have died physically, but they are no longer patronizing you. The relationship has broken irretrievably. Now, out of these 4, I'm sure you want number 1, who is the awesome customer who buys from you with less stress. And you can manage the basic customer who, comes once in a while to buy. But then you need to sack the other customers, the troublesome customers, and then the dead customers. You need to purge it out of your system to be able to attend. So how do you do this? How do you categorize your current customer base into these 4? You apply what we call the Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle. It says that 80% of the customers you have now, contributes 20% value to your business, either 20% of your profit or 20% of your turnover. Conversely, only 20% of the customers you have now gives you 80% of the value that you get from what you want from a customer. I'm sure that is sinking in. If you make a list of 10 customers that you have, you will discover that there are 1 or 2 customers that are very loyal customers. They are customers that stick with you all the time, and then they give you all the value that you need for your business. The other customers that will come, they don't buy much, they buy on credit, they return the goods, they have complaints, they quarrel with you all the time. Now, just like a farmer will weed out grass so that the main crops will grow, you need to be able to weed out some customers so that the real customers that give you value can, be serviced properly and you gain more value from them. How do you sack your customer? How do you weed out your unwanted customer? You sack them. How do I sack my customers? I refer them to my competitor, and I keep only customers that are loyal, customers that will give me the money that I need. The customer that when they call me and say, "Where are you?" I will say, "Where do you want me to be?" Because I know that he will buy, he will pay, he may even give me tips. He will introduce other people to my business. So for you to have a customer attraction plan, you simply need to do the things that are written on your screen. What are the desired customer qualities that you are looking at? What means the most to you? Something that you cannot live without and your ideal customer wants. You need customers that pay up. You need customers that will not price you so much. You need customers that will even give you a tip when they buy. You need customers that will refer you to other people. What are the customer's expectations of you? You need to know it and meet it. Does he want timely delivery? Does he want, neatness? What exactly does he want? And then number 4, what do I need to do to make myself more attractive to my customers? You need to know that and begin to prepare for them. So I'm going to leave you with an assignment that I want you to do. 3 things. Number 1, determine your desired customer qualities. Write it. What are the qualities I need from my customer? I need customers that will pay me well. I need customers that will give me less stress. Write it down. Number 2, what do you need to do to attract those kind of customers? What do you need to do to attract those types of customers? Write it down and begin to do them. And then number 3, determine 4 questions, you could use to determine why people buy or don't buy from you. And then use it to do a survey. You could write that, is it price, is it quality, is it packaging, is it the size, is it the color, is it timely delivery? What are the things that customers will really need? And then do a survey amongst your existing customers so that you know what they are looking at, and then you will improve on that. That's it on our segment today. I hope you learned something and you're going to do the assignment. If you have any questions, our handles are on the screen, our phone number. It's also a WhatsApp number. Reach out to us with your questions and we'll be able to give you answers that will help you. Welcome back. This is still your show, the SME Clinic, and I still remain your humble host and hopefully your coach, Alex Baba. We are the last segment for today, the teaching segment or the coaching segment. Last week, we looked at the topic, 5 proven ways to increase your business profit. And we are looking at the things that a business needs. You need more customers, you need more turnover, you need more profit. And we did say that those are wishes if it remains that way. There are factors that trigger, you're getting more customers, that helps you to increase your turnover, that helps you to make more profit. And we introduced a chassis to you, which we're also showing on the screen right now. We call it the 5-way chassis. And that chassis shows in red the 3 outcomes every business needs. The customer is a function of the number of leads you have times the conversion rate. The revenue is a function of the number of customers times the number of transactions times the average sale. And then your profit margin is a function of how you are able to control your overheads. Now, these are five factors that you apply to get these 3 outcomes that you desire. Number of leads, conversion rate, average number of sales, amount of sales, and then reducing your overhead. We are going to be taking each of these in the following, all of the following editions. For today, we are looking at the number of leads. Just before we get there, we also showed you that if you put in some numbers, it's not just a chassis. The chassis are meant to help you do projections, help you know where you are and where you need to be. And then if you put some numbers there as is shown on the screen, you will see that just increasing all of these factors by 10% gives you a 46% increase in your turnover and a 61% increase in your profit. Some of you may be asking, is it doable? And that's why we're looking at all of these steps one by one. So today, we're looking at leads and how we can generate quality leads for our business. Now, what's a lead? It's the total number of potential buyers a business has contacted or that contacted the business in the last period, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. They are also known as potentials and prospects. In other words, they know about your business, but they have not made a buying decision yet. So you cannot call them a customer. They are prospects. They are potentials. That's what leads are. And there are many people who you know, many people who know you, but they don't have an idea what you do. You can take a simple survey and ask friends around, what do I do? What do I do? Only very close friends, very few of them really know what you do. A lot of them don't even know what you do because most times our call cards and all of that do not really represent what you do. You have a call card with your name, your title, your business name and address. It doesn't tell anybody what you are into, and so it cannot market you. So you may also be fishing in shallow waters looking for leads. For example, you are selling expensive items in a low-income area. You are not going to generate quality lead. People are going to look at the shop and say, I cannot enter this shop. It looks like an expensive shop. and people are passing by. So those are things we're going to be looking at. Like I said last week, we have over 80 strategies that can help you to improve on your leads. For the sake of our short session that we have, I'm going to be looking at a few of those strategies with you as you have them on your screen. Newspaper advertisements will help you increase your leads, TV ads, radio ads, even press releases. Calling the press and just briefing them, and it doesn't cost a lot, but it's going to give you, good airtime. Flyers, brochures, catalog, ICT. ICT is not just about social media, it's not just about having your website. Even search engine optimization, so that when people go to Google and type in your name pops up, among the earliest ones, not, number 1 million, and nobody has time to scroll to that point. Squeeze pages, one-page design that has all of the details of what you do. Even RSS feeds that get picked up by most of these blogs and the rest. Those are different ICT, opportunities that you can use to increase your coverage, for people that know you. Writing letters, direct mail can also help. Doing stickers and giving to friends can help. Branding, you have branded pen and packaging. Your business card, attending networking functions, and sharing your cards and your flyers and all of that can help. Seminars and events, hold a seminar on a topic that has something to do with your business. It will attract people who possibly will become your customers eventually. Sales and marketing teams, very important. Many of us business people, we don't have sales team, we don't have marketing team, we don't have one person, we don't even know what the person is supposed to be doing, and yet we expect the person to work magic. You need to approach that intentionally for that effort to be able to convert, to bring increased leads for your business, and quality leads at that. Then you have good signages. Whatever you are putting out as your publicity material should have, brief descriptions of what you do. Otherwise, people will just see fine name, wonderful signboard, and they don't have an idea what you are into or what you do. So you need to increase that. And then part of what you need to do, almost everything we have talked about borders on publicity. You need to go back to our last episode. If you missed it, it's on our YouTube page. You can watch it. Very soon it will be on our Facebook page. Go back and look at the business improvement tips we did last week on AIDA. Attention, interest, desire, call to action. And let that principle guide you in developing your call cards, in developing your flyers and brochures, even when you are doing press releases, when you're advertising on radio, on TV. It's not about you, it's about what you do, and telling people in such a way as to sustain their interest, to look in and patronize you. So that's what we have today for you in our teaching segment. Next week, we'll be looking at the next component, which is the conversion rate. And I hope that before next week, you really sit down and look at your lead strategies. Look at some of these strategies. There are about 14 in all. You cannot do all at the same time. I would recommend you take 2 or 3 in a particular month. Try it and see what works for you and what does not work for you. The next month, you take another 2 or 3. Time is too short to go through all of them. But as time goes on, we're organizing seminars and master classes where you can come and take time to learn all of those things. But for now, learn this. As we get towards the end of all of this, we will bring them back into that chassis that we had. How do I get 10% increment on my current leads? Based on some of these strategies, you'll be able to achieve that and improve on your business, especially quality leads. Till I come your way again on the teaching segment, I remain your coach, Alex Baba, and this is still the SME Show. You are welcome back. You are still on the SME Show. This is our question and answer segment. Somebody asked a question from our last edition. Say, what is the difference between profit and turnover? In our chassis, we mentioned turnover, we mentioned it as revenue. Now, what's the difference? It confuses a lot of people. Turnover, also can call it revenue, gross revenue, you can call it income. Is all the sales revenue that comes into your business. You say, okay, we made sales of 100,000 this month, we made sales of 1 million this year. That's not your profit, that's your turnover. That's your gross income that came into the business. Now, profit is what remains after you have deducted your expenses from your turnover. And the expenses are both direct expenses and indirect expenses and obligatory payments, that goes to government. When you deduct all of that from your turnover or your revenue or your sale, your income, what is now remaining is now your profit. I hope that is clear to you. That's it for today's edition. I hope you got some useful tips and info to add value to your entrepreneurial activities. You can follow us on our social media handle. The phone number displayed on your screen is both WhatsApp and a telephone line, so you can drop any question that you have, and we'll be able to answer you. You can also watch a repeat broadcast on our social media handle. Join me again next week as we continue with more exciting programs. Thank you. Stay safe.